how to build a super efficient, quick and fully AFKable mob farm. These are the resources you will need for this farm. Okay guys, so the first step to this farm is to find somewhere to build it. Now I would recommend you build it out in the ocean, especially if you are on Bedrock due to different spawn rates. But even if you are on Java, I would still recommend you build it out in the ocean. Of course you can build this on land, but I would still recommend you build it out in the ocean. Okay guys, so after you found somewhere to build it, if it is out in the ocean and you are at the ocean floor, simply build anywhere between 25 and up to 100 blocks up in the air. This farm works great even if it's just 25 blocks up in the air, so I'm just going to build it 25 blocks up, so 1, 2, 3. So after you've done this, what you will need to do now is to build a 17 by 17 platform. So simply build 16 more blocks going out one way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after you build 16 blocks out, go 16 more blocks out in another direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then just close up all this and make a square. Okay guys, after build a little square like this, head into one of the corners and then build 8 blocks in a line, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay guys, after build this 8 line block, simply build a long row of blocks heading to the other side right here, then build 7 more blocks right here, then just build in this, and after you've done this you can fill in this little top platform right here with blocks. Okay guys, so after you build this little platform on top of here, head into the bottom line right here and then place 15 magma blocks, should fit in the middle right here, and after you've done this, simply just fill in the rest of this and just make a kind of another platform just like on top of here. So just fill in the rest of the spaces we have down here with blocks. Okay guys, after you finish this middle platform, you should have something looking like this, and what you need to do now is head down to the magma cube or the kind of bottom part of the platform and head into one of the corners and then build 13 blocks going upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So basically what you will need to do is just build a wall all around this platform that is 13 blocks high, and of course on this level it only needs to be 12. So just build a wall going all around these two platforms that are just as high as this kind of pillar right here, which is 13 blocks. Okay guys, after you finish the walls going all around this platform, what we need to do now is head on to the magma cubes and place 15 signs on the block in front of the magma cubes. You can also place this on top of the magma cubes, but just place them on the wall, it makes everything a lot more easier. So after you placed in all the signs, head up to the top row right here of walls and then place 15 water sources going all around this wall. And if you have done this correctly, the water should flow into the magma cube. Also, the reason we have the signs here is because if we don't have the signs, the water hits the magma cube, which obviously means that zombies or mobs will, reach the water and most likely jump and then die slower, which means less spawning. So after you've done this, we have to get started on the platforms. So to do that, head into the kind of part of this farm, if it makes sense. So then 3 blocks above the water, or 2 blocks above the water, but 3 blocks from the walls, 1, 2, 3. Place a block, then place another block, then destroy the back block. From this block you should have a 1 gap space between the kind of wall. Then just build this little row of blocks, going all the way until the other side of the wall, just like this, but make sure you don't hit the wall. You should have a 1 block gap that mobs can fall into. So after you build a platform like this, what you will have to do now is just build rows of blocks going kind of from one of the sides of this to the other, just like this. Okay guys, so after you've done this, you should have something looking like this. So after you've built this, what we need to do now is place blocks in kind of every other slot like this. Okay guys, so after you've done this, what we need to do now is to place trapdoors on the outside part of this kind of, outside part of this platform. Make sure you place them on the top block and not on the bottom. Make sure you place them on the top block, like I said, and then just place trapdoors going all around this platform, just like how I'm doing right now. Okay guys, so after you place trapdoors going all around this platform, what we need to do now is place trapdoors inside these small holes. If you don't know why we're placing trapdoors everywhere, this is because whenever a trapdoor is kind of up like this, even when it's activated, mobs will see them as full blocks, which means that they will walk out thinking this is a full block, and then they will fall down here and be pushed into the magma cube. So I want to mention now, we will be building 3 of these platforms, and you can make up to 6 of them for maximum profits. And also another thing I want to mention, that you can also just have 1 if you don't want to spend that much resources. Another thing I want to mention is that you don't need to place trapdoors right here. You can actually just fill in all the holes with blocks and then just rely on mobs walking out in the corners, which is very doable. I have done that in one of the worlds I used to play in, and it still worked like gold. What you could also do is fill in all the blocks and then just have a small hole in the middle, 3x3, 2x2, whatever, just to give the mobs some extra chance of falling in. But that is fully up to you. I like to build this farm like this with, the holes right here, because it means that mobs will fall into the holes easier or have a bigger chance of falling out instead of just running around on the platform, but you can do whatever you want. Okay guys, so after build a platform like this, we now have one more step before we finish this platform, and that is to place oak buttons, or sorry, any type of buttons in every other space. So place one button right here, another button right here, and then third button. So basically a button, empty space button, empty space, oh, empty space button. Just do this on all of these kind of spaces. Now the reason we are doing this is to prevent spiders from spawning, because spiders need more than just one block to spawn on, and obviously spiders can't really fall out here and they can't fall into these holes, which means that if you don't place the buttons right here, spiders will end up spawning. Okay guys, after build this platform, what you will need to do now is basically just copy and paste this platform, well, 2 more of them. So to do that, simply place one block over this button or in the corner, another block, destroy this block, and then just rebuild what I just built above here. So just rebuild this here and then do the same, you know, another time right here, and yeah. Okay guys, so after finish the third platform, what you will need to do now is simply just build roof, and yeah, so just cover this up with blocks. Okay guys, now we are almost done with the farm. All we will need to do now is make a collecting system. Also, what I quickly want to mention is that you should probably light up the roof a little bit. Just place a few torches to make sure mobs don't spawn up there. Of course, that won't really do much to the farm, but still can be a good way to reduce the spawn rates, you know, on top of the farm. So anyways, after you've done this, you will need to make a collecting system for the items. So what you will do is head under to the magma, place 2 blocks down, destroy the top block, and then just build a row of blocks going under the magma. When you reach the end, just place a block right there, do the same on this side. Then after you've done this, you can place 1 powered rail and 4 normal rails, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then another powered rail. Do the same on this side, 1 powered rail and 4 normal ones, then 1 powered rail. Then what you can do is place a double chest in front of, you know, 2 of these blocks, or just 1 chest in the middle, doesn't really matter. After you've done this, you can head behind here. Then after you've done this, destroy this middle block at least and replace it with a hopper. What you can also do is replace these last 2 blocks with hoppers. So after you've done this, what you can do now is place 3 normal railings on top of these hoppers, and then just head under every single block that has a powered rail on it, place a lever and then flick it on. You can also just have a redstone torch here, but levers are quite nice. So just place levers here, make sure all the powered rails are on. Indeed they are. Now all you will need to do is simply place a hopper minecart right here, see it travel back and forth, and now the farm is done. Okay guys, so there we basically have it. Now also for the AFK room, what I would recommend you do is either build maybe 50-70 blocks up in the air and have an AFK room, or stand around 30 blocks, between 30 and 50 blocks away from the farm. I would recommend 30 blocks away from the farm, simply at a similar height level as the middle or bottom platform, just like this, and then just stand AFK here. So simply build a small platform you can stand safely in, and that is pretty much it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the farm. If you have any questions about how this works, feel free to comment them and I'll answer them right away. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.